Welcome to a brand new episode of the Oracles. My name is Manelisi, and with me, as usual, is the beautiful, the superstar Oracle, Z Mazibu. Z, how you doing?
Good evening. I'm all good, man. How are you? Happy
I'm
New Week.
good.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, thank you. You too. I actually always have a hard time.
Yeah.
I always have a hard time responding to such like happy New Week and such. The best I can say is you too.
I didn't just say thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Z. So there's a couple of things that we're gonna be talking about today. But as
Mhm.
usual, because I want us to talk about Ginger Trill's show on Saturday, and then I want us to talk a little bit about Back to the City. And the reason why I wanted to talk about Back to the City is not the entire event in itself, but I just want us to maybe make some predictions about this year's International Act. And the reason why that is because I saw LTD Fresh actually tagged us on a tweet with Rapsody saying that she would want to perform at
Mhm.
this year's Back to the City after Back to the City posted something asking about who we would love to see performing there as an international act. So we're gonna be talking a little bit about that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna talk about our track or album of the week. Gonna be talking about the charts on Apple Music as well as YouTube Music. But I want to start with my track of the week this week. So Mthuda, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, released a new album
Mhm.
called Mthuthuzeli. Now on there, it's a great album, first of all. Let me just say that. I don't know
I
if you've
still
listened
haven't
to it
listened
as
to
yet.
it.
Yeah, you haven't. It's a very, very good album. Like uh it's a lot of like private school piano, I guess, mixed with a bit of deep
Mhm.
house, mixed with
Mhm.
yeah, it's private school piano, the deep house-ish. Very, very good, very fun to listen to. And on the song that I just keep going back to is Morena. And I actually been asked you about that one uh, very shortly after
Yes.
its release, because
You did.
they say something that I've never heard being said before, which I find a bit strange. But
It's a
yeah,
thing. It's a thing.
what's that?
Now I'm saying it's a thing.
Yeah,
Come like a lot
yeah,
but like Manega, you're doing a great job.
yeah.
You know?
I've
Really
never.
Thunyana,
Yeah,
nkulunkulu. Yes,
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone saying that. It was my first time hearing it. And it was because I don't know how to pronounce the name of the person that he featured on the song. I don't know if he's Akateers or Assateers or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, it's the sixth track on the album. So because now I found a new system, right, of when I listen to new music. Because sometimes I hear a song that I like, and when I go and I just go past it when I'm listening to an entire album. So now I've chosen to favorite a song every time I
Mhm.
hear it, just so I'm able to go back to it. Now with this album, it's a 12-track album and I favorited the first 7 tracks. Even though I don't know if the intro counts as much because it's very short,
Mhm.
which is
Okay.
classic wave, but it's a very jazzy song. But yeah, the album itself, I keep going back to, but the one track that I love the most is Mren. That has been my song for the past 2 weeks actually, 2 or 3 weeks since the
Yeah, I
album
was gonna
came
say it's
out.
not even a week. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's more than a week.
yeah. So what have you been listening to, Z?
Honestly, the past week and a half, if I can say that, I've been listening to everything. Like
Yeah,
Just
as
today, I found
usual.
myself listening to Nicki Minaj. I'm just like, when last I listened to Nicki Minaj? But I was there jamming the whole time.
Yeah,
But I think there's one song that has been, if I can say, carrying me. It's okay, it's not one, there's two, but the past couple of days, it's been one. It's been Shapa Bell by Shandesh.
yeah,
I know Shapa
uh,
Bell is my jam. It features Nale Young Boy, Nale Boy Young, yeah? Nale Young Boy, I think King or something. Then there's also King Wave music on the song.
yeah.
No, it's beautiful, man.
Well,
I remember how I mentioned how I love the Chop Ash and Dash, right? Because as much as they are loud, I listen to what's being said,
yeah,
right? And the same message that I got from the chopper and about how God is going to literally make you fly when it's your time and be a chopper, it's what I'm getting from Shapapel.
yeah, yeah,
Because they're basically saying one day my things is zizopopa shayibheli.
well, yeah,
Dinamele himself, and kube mnandi. So for me, it's been my jam. I love it so much. And also Nyawo Zam by Questa.
oh
I
yeah,
absolutely, I absolutely love that song. It's not
yeah.
loud. The message is clear. It speaks, man. I absolutely love that song.
Yo, because I think very soon we need to have that episode where we just talk about the albums, the latest releases.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the Big Bro Theory is a very, very good album. Like it's a great, great album. Because I also have like a couple of songs that are fallen in love with on there. Contra being one of them. There's that Kid X
As a
verse.
particular one.
Yeah.
Kirex Yete. Oh, guys,
Yeah.
I can't get used to it. Oh man. He
Yeah.
did something there.
Yeah, like that Kid X verse
He's
Nyaga
saying,
Nyaga as
hear me.
well.
Like he's saying, listen to me and hear me. It's so subtle, it's not loud.
Yeah.
Everything just goes silent. Like you're just hearing Kid X. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, because even Nyawuzami as well, that you mentioned is very, very good. So
Yes.
yeah, we'll have to make a plan. We'll talk about these albums very, very
Definitely.
soon. Yeah, because we have to. We really, really have to get into it. Now, just moving forward a little bit, I want us to talk about first uh about Ginger Trill's show on Saturday. And you were there, you had a good time. Please tell us about it.
And it was so nice. It was absolutely amazing. I get it this time around. I don't want to say curated, but it was handled, if I can say that, by Stalo.
Yeah.
And it was very nice, man. It was this time around, I don't know if last time there was an MC or an impromptu MC, but it was one thing that a lot of us picked up with the previous one, right?
Yeah.
It was very organic. Nah.
Mm.
You know how can I put it? When now you kind of like have someone or something to report to, and certain things need to be done in a certain manner.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like loses that physical
The
touch
touch. Yeah.
that was there initially. It wasn't entirely lost, but then when you were at the first one, if you were at the first one and you were at this one, you could kind of sense, okay, there's protocol here that needs to be followed,
Yeah.
a certain way that things need to be done.
Yeah.
Unlike the
Like,
previous one, where it's just like everyone is just here for Ginger. It's all family, it's the gang.
yeah. Yeah. Basically, you could say that Ginger lost a bit of control of the show, where now the Stay Low was handling the logistics and all that.
And in fact, he still had it. I feel like he still had it quite a bit, or quite a lot rather.
Yeah.
But I think there was just, if I can say for lack of a better word, too much professionalism in it.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, I hear
Yeah,
it.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
there's that thing, more of the business side of it
Yeah.
more than anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was very amazing, man. He had Touchline there, who opened up the show.
Yeah.
And then he just told us also how he first heard of Ginger, which I feel like is where everyone heard of Ginger, or most of us in the gang had heard of Ginger on the full clip with Susan Scoop. It was about the line that got him. And I just realized that there's a line that Ginger once shared that all of us liked, and it's not the same line, which is some it speaks something about a great rapper. Because the
Yeah.
line that made you fall in love with Ginger is not the same line that or same bar that made me fall in
For
love with
now.
him.
Yeah.
And that for me speaks to the artistry of Ginger. Then Ginger came on. It was amazing, man. And sometimes it's how we always say that we don't like it when people say a certain artist is slept on
Hmm.
because that person does have his niche, does have um supporters who will write for him and
Yeah.
who knows his tracks, his albums, his songs back to back. And that's what I always see with Ginger shows or touchlines shows where people get there and they literally rap word for word to every song. And you would think this is not a mainstream song, if I can say this is not a commercial song. How do people know it like this? But that's when you realize it's actually people really love good music. People are here for the music.
Hmm.
They're not easily influenced by what's trending in the streets or gimmicky music or bubblegum music. People really want to hear good music. And even if it's just five of them, those five are happy. Because
Yeah.
also when I got there, I was in the lift with some guy who also drove from Pretoria, you know,
Oh
and
man.
it's like literally, I'm like, these are
Yeah.
things that we literally do for the artists that we love because they really do give us good music.
Yeah. But then, I mean, well, Pretoria is just right here when you consider that Banyana
Oh,
traveled
yeah.
from Botswana.
Okay,
Yeah.
when you consider that, yes.
Yeah.
Because also when Touch was performing, it's like, oh, I see you, Banyana, over there in the orange,
Yeah.
traveling all the way from Botswana for Ginger. Are you ever
Yeah.
going to do that for me? And we all laughed it off. And she's like, but I was here in October though. I came here for you. Which she
Yeah.
did. When Tasha had a show at Untitled Basement, she
Baby.
came through as well.
Yeah.
And that speaks to how much of a great artist they both are.
Hmm.
The fact that somebody is willing to travel from Botswana
Yeah.
just for your
But
show, that's like a couple of hours. That's, I mean,
it's
that's
huge.
amazing.
Yeah, it's huge. And also, before I actually move on, we also have to send a shout out to Touch himself. Because before I say more, too has been certified gold. I think it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So this is his second plaque in about 2 months, gold
Two,
plaque.
two in a month, no?
Yeah, in a month. Well, yeah, more or
In a
less.
month, yeah.
Yeah, a month or two. Yeah, so shout out to Touchland, man. Like it also like you just
Good
said that
music
it's
will last forever.
yeah, like you just said that it speaks about the kind of artists that Touch and Ginger are. Uh,
Yeah,
these guys are not, I mean, commercially, they're not the biggest. Uh, they're not, I don't even know how to rank them, but they're not the biggest, but their fan base is there and they fully support their music. They fully support
continuous to
everything
rap.
that they do.
Yeah. Always, man. Also, you even see with these shows, because I've been to a couple of their shows in the past year and a half, both of them.
Yeah.
Because the other time, a friend of mine was asking me, you are going to touch a show again now. What are you going to hear different than what you heard a few months ago? I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I literally, it doesn't matter. I love what I'm seeing. I love what I'm hearing. The work they put in for me is amazing. Like they respect their craft so much.
Hmm.
They respect their craft so much. It doesn't matter if Touch is on stage at Back to the City performing to thousands or performing to hundreds, go entitled basement. It's the same energy, it's the same respect, it's the same vibe. And that for me speaks of a true artist, a
Yeah.
person who takes the craft seriously.
Because it's the same as going out every weekend. You know,
Exactly.
you're going to hear the same Amapiano songs,
Same music, exactly.
yeah, all the time. So, and it's not necessarily even about what you're hearing. It's also about the environment that you're in.
Exactly.
It,
Yes.
it, it, it's all part of the show. So yeah, I mean, you could go to a touchline show every weekend, and it is always going to be fresh.
But no, definitely. Like it was beautiful. It was very intimate. I think that's what I like about it.
Yeah,
When it says a small room concert, it's literally that.
but yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always the same faces that you see. It's everyone. And it's always crazy how when you get there, people are just like, oh, so Ginger has to host a show for you for us to see each other. And you're like, you
Well,
know, and you just literally and you just laugh it off. Because that happened quite a lot on Saturday where you see someone just like, I haven't seen it since the last Touchline show. Oh, I haven't seen it since the last Ginger show. That's what's been happening. And at some point, I was like, so that's the only time you go outside, guys, when these two are
uh,
performing clearly, because we're not bumping into each other anyway. You know,
oh, and it's better than meeting at a funeral, you know.
exactly.
Yeah, far from
True.
it.
It was nice, man. And he also brought out Marcus Harvey and Zulu Meka.
Oh yeah,
Aura.
but
Nice.
yeah, and Marcus Harvey makes sense because they're both under stay low.
Mm-hmm.
Zulu Maker is also under stay low, right?
Zulu Meka, yes. I
Yeah,
think that's what we
so
saw last time.
yeah,
Yes,
so
yes.
they're all under stay low. Yeah, but Zulu Maker
Exactly. But Zulu
is
Meka put
incredible.
on Big Five. Oof, guys.
Yeah, Zulu
No,
Maker
when
is
she walked
incredible.
in, everyone lost it. Everyone, literally, the way people just walked towards the stage, it was
Yeah,
insane. Because I feel like a lot of people hadn't seen her perform before, and they were like, "Damn, she's not only she good, like on the record, even live, she's
yeah.
that good, and she has aura, man.
No,
Oof,
man, like she is just incredible.
aura,
Like she's
like she's
proper,
and she
yeah.
knows, and she knows, she commands it as well.
Yeah. Oh man, that
No, it was
is
amazing.
yeah, that is amazing. Where was the show held again?
It was by the Marabi Club at Hallmark. So Hallmark is like it's a building. So there's a Hallmark hotel, there's a restaurant, there's like a Groove Nyana spot there, the
Yeah.
rooftop. So it's a building that just has a lot of different. There's a dance studio there as well. But yeah,
Uh,
so that's where it was by. It was by the Marabi Club, the jazz club.
oh, okay. And was Ginger wearing the Boys of Soweto suit again? A different one.
It was, but in green this time with the
So,
pink tie. I
interesting.
think I
Yeah.
got it. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting.
Yep. It was a lime green suit with the pink tie. I was like, you know what?
You know what I'm thinking of? Like I'm thinking of the Riddler. Like just picturing him in that
Yes.
suit. Like I'm thinking of the Riddler.
Actually. And it's the begging Anna suit. It's not a fitted suit and it's not a
Yeah.
slim fit. So yes,
Yeah.
actually.
Like in my mind, I'm just seeing the Riddler. But yeah, that's amazing, man. But the weird thing is this time I don't think I saw any pictures. I didn't see any pictures from the show.
I only saw two that he posted on his Instagram, but then I
Yeah.
haven't seen any link that has been shared with us to get the pictures because a lot of content was taken. There were quite a few photographers there, hey?
Yeah.
Quite a number. So because last time I think we got the link on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
So probably you'll probably get it on Thursday again this week, if not next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, man, that is amazing. That is amazing. And I feel bad for missing this one as well because I was hoping that I'd be able to attend it. But it's all good. Hopefully there will be another one. I hope so.
Hopefully, I hope so too. I do
Yeah.
also because they're beautiful, man. You can see what when he's like performing then handling these shows, you can see that this is him. Like it feels
No.
like this is my territory. I'm in control. I know what I'm doing. And it literally transcends throughout the room and everybody's just in the same space.
Yeah. But do you think that other artists or rather why aren't other hip hop artists doing the same thing? Because we know Touchline did it, uh, but we are not really seeing any other artists doing the same thing, doing the same kind of shows.
The shows are a bit different. I think abaning depending on the reach that they have, because I don't know if you remember a few months ago, MT had that one-man show.
Yeah,
All right. Then also AVs, I think he had a show at Propaganda, if I'm not mistaken,
yeah.
because they have a bigger reach, and obviously that is going to pull a bigger crowd, so they can't have a small intimate venue.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but I know that who's this? Jay Jody and Blake Liz are doing things like that, similar,
Mm.
where they have equivalent like I think I'm not sure if it's one Sunday a month. I think that's what
Yeah.
they're trying to do now. Because initially when it started, I think it would happen like every 3 months, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah.
now they're trying to have it more frequent. And I see, although it's not a one-man show, we here to rap and have a good time. Because last time I even saw, and the last one, stage Jody obviously was there. I saw Reese there. I even saw Java there as well. So
Mm.
I'm like, oh, okay, this is something. So I think these things also, they usually start small. Because I'm looking at Cool and Black, I'm like, this thing's gonna be big. They might not realize it now,
Yeah.
but it's going to be a serious thing. So I don't know if maybe I'm not ready to do that new one, or I'm ready, but I don't know if I'll get the support that I wish I could get.
Yeah.
Because that's also a risk that you need to take.
It is. It is because I mean I imagine if Jay Jody was to do one all by himself, that is different from what he's doing with Black Les. Yeah, something very,
Exactly.
very similar to Touch and Ginger. I think it might be able to draw a decent enough crowd.
Yes,
It might even sell out the tickets.
definitely. Because I remember when we went to the listening session at Fourways, that restaurant was packed. Like it was packed.
Yeah.
Literally at some point, almost everyone was standing because the ones who were sitting down couldn't see what was happening. And it became now you're sitting with everyone around you, you're going to end up standing. It was insanely packed. The people came out from Pretoria. I saw somebody from the Vaal as well,
Yeah.
from the West, from the Deep South. So literally, I think it's a matter of maybe they're scared. I'd like to say that.
Mm.
Because they know that they are good, right? They're good at what they do. But if I say I'm having a show and it's a one-man show, will people actually pull through? I think it's that thing.
Yeah.
It's the uncertainty.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I mean, I hear you, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like more people, like more artists need to do it. Even for someone as hey, but someone as big as Java or MT, like in a smaller venue,
It won't
and
work.
you don't think so?
Java will not work at a small venue.
Yeah. Okay,
People
yes, as
already
Java,
fight.
obviously. Yeah, as Java
I
very
mean,
definitely will not work.
it
But
won't work. People already fight the theaters that is having his shows, and everyone's like, just book a stadium, dog. Honestly,
yeah.
stop doing this in 5 days, 3 days. Because now you're performing for 3 days in Durban because the playhouse is small.
Yeah.
Just book Moses Mabhida will come and fill it up. And let
Yeah.
me tell you, we will. Because right now, guys, I'm not above driving down to Durban to attend a Java concert at Moses Mabhida. I
Yeah.
would easily do it.
Yeah, because like there's people that when we was here in Bombela, there's a lot of people who drove from Joburg,
Yes,
who drove from
I remember.
Gauteng, drove from
Yes.
KZN, like all over the
Mhm.
country just for the show. Now, being at Moses Mabhida, 87,000 people easily can easily
Easily.
set it out.
Yeah. Mine's even people from here, we would have a road trip. Because I remember the first time, years ago, when he started having these shows, there was a show he had in Durban. Was that the Playhouse? I don't remember. But it was early in the year, if not Feb, and was it Feb or March? Between Feb and March.
Yeah.
I don't remember which year it was. And I remember I couldn't go because I was working and I couldn't get that weekend. I tried. I had friends who literally drove down to Durban for that show.
Uh,
Literally a group of friends that got into their cars and drove down to Durban. And that was years ago. What more now? Because yeah, it definitely is way more fans than it did years ago.
yeah. And Chamber might even show up as well.
Oh, definitely. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
And one thing about KZN, it just needs one person to advertise a show and it's gone.
Yeah.
Literally, one person can literally go on radio or whatever on their Twitter. Ungizwe could say something, be like, so we're Java mhlaka 9
Yeah.
June. Let me tell you, those tickets will sell out by midnight.
Yeah, even like on Ukozi, like just in passing. They don't even have to like pay for the
Like in
advertising.
passing,
Just
yeah.
say it in passing,
Yes.
and people will be out buying tickets.
Well, mind you, a small room concert. How you gonna is it gonna sell tickets? Because if it's gonna sell tickets, it's gonna open them for 30 seconds, pull a Calvin Momo because they're gonna
Yeah,
sell out. Or is it going to give them away? Or is it going to have a guest list? No, excuse me, it's a bit tricky.
It is, but like I have an idea, I guess, on how it might work, or how he might do it. Might he might want to do it. But yeah, but I feel like actually we do need like a small room Java concert because even though he does talk a bit in his shows, but I feel like with a small room concert, a more intimate one, even if it's going to be live streamed as well, we need the stories behind the music. We need to hear why he did such a song, why what the story is behind the music. But yeah, I feel like we really need that kind of show from Sjava.
You know, when he does those things, now, I don't know if you, because guys, I follow Java a lot. They are performances of his that it's literally just himself in the studio.
Yeah,
You feel like those color show from America.
yeah,
It's the US. I think it's
yes,
from
the
the US. The
colors, yeah,
color show. Yes. Something like that, but then more of it's a darker room or venue, and he's sitting in the middle. Then you remember when he released the smoke? So
yeah,
we're sitting in the middle, and there were candles around, and there were mirrors around. Like speaking of his
Twitter.
smoke, the album,
Yeah,
and he didn't perform the entire album. I think he performed like 5 songs from there. I think it's like 30 minutes that performance. And before every song, he would speak about how the song came about.
about yeah.
So I've seen quite a few of those things is like online where he does that. So I feel like if we're to do it in like for people watching him live, I think the best way to do it is to make people win the tickets. Run a competition of
Oh
some
yeah,
sort. Don't open them for like for sale, just let people win them. And also he also does that with because I listen to radio quite often. He does that when he goes to Gagasi
yeah.
and what's the show ends up oh, I think it's Tibos. I think it's Tibos, yes. And Kaya.
On Kai. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes. So usually they would go there, him, I1 or with Tupik Zulu. And whenever they release an album, I've noticed, I think for years now,
Hmm.
they will go there and perform the album. Like literally, he will ask them questions about the album, the particular song they're about to perform, how it
Perform.
came about, the thought process. Then he's gonna perform the song, move on to the next one. So usually the show is like usually an hour.
Yeah,
I've watched a few of those. I've watched him on Kakas, I've watched him on Metro, I've watched him on Kaya. So he does do that, but just not okay. Kakas usually
but
does have a crowd now of people coming through to watch.
yeah,
But it's not as curated as it would be at
yeah,
like
but
when
yeah,
it's a concert.
yeah, because with radio it's very different. There's a
Yeah,
huge time constraint.
exactly. It's
So
go to ads and. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, so the experience is not the same. But yeah, like I feel like we do need that kind of show, and I fully get the winning the tickets part. I think that would be the most fair way, uh,
Yeah,
other than selling the tickets. I think that would be the best way to go about it, actually.
that's what I think, honestly. Because one thing about Java,
Yeah.
I feel like right now, this year, Angie, he sold out, I don't know how many days of him performing. They had to add extra days in certain provinces because the tickets are just selling out within a short space of time. So,
Yeah. And also like his current tour, the 2018 tour is sold out. He's got shows happening, I think, in August and in September. Already
yep,
sold out. The entire tour is sold out now.
full of it. Yeah. They had to add a day for KZN. It's a lot, man.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah, moving on, I want us to talk about get to Back to the City. So Back to the City, I think it was yesterday, if not on Sunday. They posted on their socials asking who we would love to see performing, who the international acts that we'd love to see performing this year. So Rhapsody yesterday, she yeah, it was yesterday, right? Was it on Sunday? Where she responded and said she would love to perform. Now,
Yeah.
she has like serious serious love for South Africa. She did an EP, I think, some years ago. Uh,
Mhm.
uh, while she was here in South Africa. The cover art is two girls, two very small girls, South African. So there's a lot of love for Rhapsody, and
Mhm.
it would be amazing to see her.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I also feel like Nas would
You
be a
are
great
in my
act.
head. You're literally, before I saw that cheat character, I was thinking, give us Nas, give us Nas. But also I'm like, hey, but also how expensive is Nas? That I thought about. When I saw Rhapsody, I'm like, she's also expensive, but not as much as Nas.
Not as much as
Literally,
Nas.
those are my top two. Those are my top two. I literally don't have anyone else that I want.
Yeah, like
Because I love Drake, yes, but Drake is not back to city material. He is, but is not.
it's
I'm
not.
not sure if I'm making sense. You
No,
know,
it's not.
you get
Like,
me.
yeah, like for Drake to come to South Africa, he'd have to have his own show.
Oh, sure, exactly.
Yeah, so for Back to the City, because Back to the City is not like your other shows, not like your DSTV, Delicious Fest, or anything like that. This is for like the purists, the hip hop purists.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
exactly.
as much as Drake is hip hop as well, but Back to the City is not for him because they're just gonna it's going to
Yes.
attract people who do not care about the rest of the show about Back to the City as a whole. But yeah, for me, like Nas is the one for
Yeah.
me. He's the one that I'd love to see. But also Back to the
That. Oh,
City,
I've been thinking about another as well.
yeah,
Um,
Back to the City has like major sponsors, Hennessy, and also yeah, and that's it because Nas has an affiliation with Hennessy, and Hennessy is the
mhm.
head sponsor for Back to the City. So getting him, it might be expensive, but it won't cost as much for Back to the City, especially with Hennessy backing the whole
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah, no, Shem, I hear you. For me, that's the main person I wanted. I'm not going to, I didn't have anybody else in mind.
Yeah,
I've just been thinking about Nas.
and I think it's time actually that we I'd like to get someone of Nas's caliber, and not to disrespect anybody, any other international act that has been on there, but I feel like Nas would probably be the biggest, and he would be the best fit for Back to the City.
Yeah, I know. Once they do that, once they bring us Nas, they can just wrap it up, eh? And say, listen, guys, we've given you decades. It's okay.
Yeah. Not
We've
unless
done
this,
great things.
yeah, not unless they're saving him for the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, actually.
Because
Yeah.
the 20th
But also,
anniversary,
life
they
is
have
too
to make
short,
it
guys.
special.
But life is too short. Not everyone's gonna get
Yeah.
to that. So bring us
Yeah.
Nas now. We'll see that when we get to that.
Yeah.
We'll see when
Yeah.
we get to that.
Yeah, man. But it would be exciting. Like either Rhapsody herself would be an exciting act to see.
I know Rhapsody would be amazing, man.
Yeah.
Rhapsody would
But
be amazing.
how long do you think um Back to the City has before they wrap up the whole international act thing?
The international act or wrap it up entirely.
Yeah. No, the international act. Because there's only so many people that they can get for to come through. And at some point, they might, even though the show might continue.
Unless they, yeah, unless they stop, because more bigger, right? The people that have been bringing, they're rap,
Yeah,
right? So unless maybe they move a bit away from that, like we're still hip hop, but not necessarily just hardcore rap,
yeah,
then they still have a long way to go.
yeah. You mean
But
like
if they're focusing on the rap,
there's
bring
all
us Eminem.
because I don't see like as long as Osmic as anything as a voice, I don't see them moving away from like rap.
I
As long
know,
as he's
straight up.
around.
No, because
Yeah,
he's the head. He's the like the hardcore hip hop head.
yeah, yeah.
If you're looking at it, a good 4 or 5 years,
yeah.
if you want to push it, maybe 8. Because they always find someone, and they'll always find someone.
Yeah, they definitely will. They definitely will. But yeah, I don't know. Like, or maybe it's just one of those
Did
things
they have
where
they brought up slaughterhouse?
slaughterhouse, I don't think so. I do not think so.
Must
Like
check. If
seeing
they have,
Crooked Eyes, Joe Biden, everyone on there.
yeah, I don't remember.
No, no, they never. I don't think they've ever
Number
brought
10 is
slaughterhouse.
no, I don't think. Oh, they will go up. Oh,
Actually,
no, I don't know, but they will go up. Imagine
yeah,
hearing the people for house rules. Oh my goodness, I would lose my mind.
yeah.
I would lose my
And
mind.
yeah, and now my head is working because I'm imagining Joe Biden having recording one of the episodes here,
Right?
one of his podcast episodes here.
Right. Now
Yeah.
imagine having him record an episode with Rashid. Oh my goodness.
Uh,
Oh. Oh.
you know,
Then they throw in that guy. Then they throw in notes. Oh, what a
uh,
oh man. That episode will take 5 hours, let me tell you. Because
yeah,
they'll be butting heads the whole time. Because all
yeah.
of them want their points to be heard.
I think that might be enough to make Joe Biden say that he's never coming back to South Africa ever again.
Definitely. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. He would hate everyone.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's happening. Back to the City is happening on the 12th. No, last year. The 12th
11th or 12th.
was
When
last year.
is the first day? 11th or
Um,
12th. Let's see.
yeah, it's the 11th. Sorry. No,
Yeah,
this is September.
wait.
It's the is it the 8th or the
It's October.
nine
It's
month?
the
That
11th.
was yeah, it's the
11th.
11th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say it's the 11th of October. Mary Fitzgerald Square, probably from 2 p.m. until 2 a.m. 12 hours of incredible hip hop as a culture, not just the music,
Yeah.
but the
Oh,
culture
definitely.
as a whole.
Everything.
Yeah.
Skating, basketball, fashion, graffiti, like literally
Yeah.
everything that is hip.
Yeah, and styling dreads as well, because they always have that studio where if you
Yes.
fancy yourself a good rapper, you can go in, record a freestyle or
Yep.
whatever. And I think they give you the recording as well afterwards.
Oh, that's so dope.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah. So could be a start. I think like you know that some people we always say that a lot of great acts start off at the on the stage that is under the bridge. But I feel like there might be someone who actually starts off at Stalin Dreads before they make it to the bridge and
Yeah,
then make it to the main stage.
definitely.
Yeah.
Excuse me, definitely.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Back to the City, 12th, 11th of October, 2025. I think this is the 18th, yeah, 18th or 19th.
When do you start? 7, 7 or 8,
Nah, I think
around there.
yeah,
Around there.
somewhere there, somewhere there. But yeah, very close to celebrating 20 years of Back to the City.
Yeah.
So yeah, is there anything that you want to add to that, to the Back to the City thing?
I saw a tweet. Guy, is it Illflow? Garab Ili Ati. He doesn't want to see certain rappers on the Back
Oh
to
yeah,
the
oh
stage. I think I was mentioning
yeah,
Panata Klein,
yeah.
Brother Cooper, and whatnot. I hear him, but also they're so cool, man.
But and the thing is,
I hear it because I think their vibe is more of Cotton Fest. Now I get it
yeah,
because I think they give off more Cotton Fest than they do to City.
yeah,
But they're so cool, man. I think just the entertainment part of it, that would be so
yeah,
fun.
yeah. But I suspect that we will be seeing Fana Touchline because Back to the City is following him on Instagram. So I think we might
Yeah,
be
oh, nice.
yeah, I think we might be seeing him on seeing him there this year. Even though it probably most likely won't be the main stage, but I think we'll be there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be performing probably under the
And
bridge.
have you heard Brother Cooper?
No. Is it part of the Toilers or is he on
Uh,
his own?
so what happened, me and the Qolas, I don't know all of them.
Because I've been
I
seeing
could
the
be seeing
name.
them here. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Angbaz.
Yeah, because I've been seeing the name, but I think he is affiliated with the Gwelers. I don't know. But I
Oh no,
haven't heard his music as yet.
he, he's just like not they're similar with Mfana Touchline,
Yeah.
but then he has songs and doesn't really sample. Or if he does
Okay.
sample, it's probably people I've never heard.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's amazing. Also, he flows on the beat.
Is it?
Similar
Yep.
vibe with him, but for me, he goes in harder. He's amazing, man.
Oh yeah. Then I'll
There's one person I know from thingy from the Oilers because of I really like his sound. Who's this? Blue Papi.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Blue Papi. He had a distinctive sound, no? And I get the same thing from Brother Cooper. I can hear him when it comes on.
Okay.
I'm like, okay,
Put him.
this is what I want. There's something about him that says, okay, with consistency and not switching up his style, he can go far.
Yeah.
There's one thing I believe in, guys, is finding your niche, man.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. Like recently, I mean, it's always been like that. But with the way that hip hop has been, like the last couple of years, where everyone was rapping on trap beats, using the same flow,
Mm.
sounding the same. This is refreshing, especially when you hear Mfana Touchline and like you just mentioned with Brother Cooper, where everyone should have a distinct sound. And if he has his own distinct sound, I think that's just amazing.
I know it is definitely amazing.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me, those two men, there are two people that South Africans need to look forward to hearing more of this year
Yeah.
and support those two.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. 100%. So yeah, but and also just to add with Illy says some of the wildest things on
Oh,
Twitter.
me too. Really stressing something. I'm like, do you understand the position that you hold at work? Do you understand the company you work for? You can't get away with treating like this. I'm like, the amount of times that we have to call Illy aside, like, hey, friend, stop
It's
it.
not it. Yeah.
No, it is problematic, guys. Illy is problematic. It stresses us daily. I'm just like, you forget what you say when people know which company you work for. They know
Oh,
what you do.
yeah.
These things that you say sometimes they're gonna get you into trouble. You're like, right now I'm treating as myself. I'm not treating for hype. I'm like, you know what? You know what? It's fine. Do your
Yeah.
thing, friend. Do your thing.
Oh man.
And then Illy moves mad, hey? And I feel like if
Yeah,
you don't know him, you're gonna take him to heart. And Shem, he's really not that person.
yeah, like it's just
Ah, he's
chill.
really
Just
not that person. Yeah, no, he's
yeah,
just chill,
it's
just
just
fooling
chill.
around because he just loves his hip hop, he loves his basketball. He's just fooling around, man.
Yeah, yeah. So now I want us to get into the charts. Apple Music versus uh
Mhm.
yeah, Spotify. I don't know. Do you want to start this week or should I go ahead?
I can. Let me see. Let me see what's happening.
All right. Because I'm seeing like a lot of names that we've been seeing since we started, still in the top 10. Like it's just crazy. And almost all of these songs on my end, either I'm a piano or then it's just house. Like most mainly I'm a piano.
Mm. Oh, guys, not me sing one of my favorite songs right now as number 10 on here. I don't know how I forgot the song and you ask me which song has been carrying me. But
Yeah.
there's a song by Untloso Kwela, right? Featuring
Okay.
Usheng Wasitlangus. It's a Maskandi song
Yeah.
titled Unikodima. I absolutely love that song. I am obsessed because also I'm very big on messages, as you know. So
Yeah.
what they say on that song for me speaks a
Yeah.
great deal. Yeah, you must listen to it.
Yeah.
Unikodima, the title of the song. It's by Untloso Kwela featuring Usheng. That's number 10 on mine.
Okay.
Then number 9 is Shandesh with Mazel with the Chopper. Number 8, Dudla with Slender, Shandesh and Mazel. Number 7, Sajola Gamnandi by Sminofu Nozi Ngomalo. Number 6, Abantwana Bakho by Maphorisa X Dapi and Kabza. 5 is Vuka by Oxcambo, Jazz Works, and Tutukela. 4, Vumadlozi is fighting, is Vumadlozi, Lami, featured by, is it Isasis doing ancestral rituals? Number 3 is Mali by Lala Tugzin, Zinzimalo and Skies. Number 2 is The Saga by Caesar, Jazz Works, and Tutukela. And number 1, Uzuzwa Kanjani by Jazz Works, Mahu, Tutukela. Damn,
Yeah.
man, they are working.
Yeah, they are.
Yo,
They are. Yeah.
they are working.
Yeah, because on my end, number 10 is DJ Moscow and Brendan Flujo with Ungang Limazi. 9 is Oskambo and Jazzworks featuring Tuktela with Vuga. 8 is Calvin Momo and the Musical Chef with Bokoko. 7 is Mthuda with Kijima. Kijima is a favorite for a lot of people at the moment.
A lot of people, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I've heard that song that goes, sorry to cut you away from the song when she's singing it in studio.
No, I haven't heard that one.
Oh, shit, that's something to my soul. Mm.
And
You
because
must check it.
Zawadi is special,
Oh,
man. Zawadi is special.
oh,
Because she's the one that did the intro on Tony Diamani's album, right? It's the same one.
yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like she is
Oh,
amazing.
man.
Like
Oh, it's
she
amazing.
super amazing. Yeah. So number 6 on my end is Zing Romanda and Tebow with Inside Tanda. 5 is Alex Warren with Ordinary. 4 is Lala Tukzin Zingumalo with Imani. 3, DJ Mapolisa X Dapi and Gabza with Abantwana Bako. 2 is Gliza with Isaga. And number 1, which is shared on both our ends, is
Mhm.
Jazzworks Mahu and Tutela with Uzizwa Ganjan. So a lot of Amapiano on there. Like
Lots,
Amapiano is
yes,
still running the game.
definitely.
Yeah, people on Apple Music don't seem to be too fond of what's this?
But
Um
Maskandi
well, Maskandi, yes.
and Limpopo.
Yeah, Maskandi and Lekompo. Not too fond of those ones um on Apple Music. But the Chopper is number 12. Uh, let's see. And then Studlo Slender is 14. Unikodima is actually 15 on my end.
Yeah. Oh, what a
Yeah.
banger.
Yeah, and then Smirnoff and Zingomando, Sachola Gamnandi is 16. Um, and Isa is with Vuma is 19.
Okay. There it
Yeah.
has dropped quite a bit,
Yeah.
unlike on mine, Spotify.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Th those are the charts for this week. I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to look like in the next couple of weeks
Do you think there'll be
because
much change there?
I think so because I'm a piano. I think do aka TRP is dropping in the next couple
Mhm.
of weeks. Because I saw a
I
tweet
who dropped last week who had a great album. Oh,
as far
Spazo.
as
I need
so
to listen to that album, but
yeah
apparently it's great. I need to
yeah
listen to that.
yeah I listened to it. But if I was to choose between them Mthuda and Sfazo, I'd go with them Mthuda.
And Mthuda ke hot man, guys.
Yeah.
Mthuda. I
Yeah.
not for the small boys. No, Mthuda ke hot man, for real.
Yeah, because that like Sfazo's album is very, very good. Very, very good. But it's not hitting entirely for me, as good as it is. That's probably why I still keep going back to them too. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must give them a listen this week. Both of them, probably this weekend. Because
Yeah.
I really haven't.
Yeah, because there's going to be some pretty heavy drops in the world of Amapiano within the next couple of weeks. So the top 10 that we're seeing today, I think is going to be very, very different in a
I'm not
couple of
gonna
weeks.
drop, but I shouldn't even be considering dropping. He has a lot to focus on right now. I saw
Who's
Calvin
that?
wants to drop, and I'm just like, why?
Yeah, he was talking about
You are still
a
trying to
deluxe.
digest the million songs you've given us in the past 3 years. Because
Yeah,
your albums are long. You don't have to drop. Focus on getting to events. You see where you're supposed to be performing. Focus on that.
I
Focus
don't
on
blame him.
getting your flights
Yeah,
sorted, being on time. Focus on that.
yeah,
Leave the
and
music alone for now.
yeah, I don't blame him if he wants to drop like the deluxe album because the guys from Australia,
As they
and
should.
we talked, yeah, and we actually talked about it. Like,
As they should.
yeah,
You
we
must
talked,
respect people.
yeah, we talked about this like when I think there was a weekend that the week after he was booked to be in Australia. Can't remember when that was. I think it was in November. Yeah, it was in
Mm.
November. We talked about this and we were talking about the fact that he was live on Instagram in studio instead of instead of being on a flight on his way to Australia or performing rather at the time in Australia. So those guys want 2.8 million rands from Kelvin because he didn't show up. And
Sometimes you need to learn the hard way.
you have to. Like you really, really have to. Now, how the mechanics of the lawsuit is going to work, I have no idea because Australia has its own laws, South Africa has its own
Yeah.
laws. The courts are not linked in any
No,
way.
not agree at all. So
Yeah, so how it's going to work, I have no idea because the guys are calling for a liquidation of his record label, which is a bit weird, I think.
why would you do that? It's giving you want to sabotage him or want him to just fail forever.
Yeah, because
Just
that's
ask him
it.
to pay you the money, then you guys move. Like,
Yeah,
why must
because
you do that?
like asking for liquidation is a bit of an overkill for
It
me.
is.
Yeah,
I don't know,
it's
it
a bit
definitely
of
is.
an overkill. And because that also raised a question for me to say where if Calvin's record label was to be liquidated, what exactly is going to be sold? Because even though he has like those records and well, the albums released under his album, but I don't know if it's Sony or Universal, but he has a major record label um, supporting him, I think through the distribution and whatnot. So how all those things are going to be divided, how those things are going to be sold, and is it going to be sold to? That's for me is a bit tricky because it's not like liquidating like a BMW,
Exactly.
yeah, or something where you have physical things to sell. So that would be very interesting. So and also for anyone that is asking questions about why 2.8 million. So um, from the article that I saw that I read, uh, Calvin was booked for two shows, right?
Hmm.
For and each one being an hour set. He was paid a deposit on the yeah, it was initially paid a deposit to secure the booking, and the balance was meant to be paid by the Thursday before the first show, that
Hmm.
where he was going to perform in Australia. Whether that balance was paid or not, I have no idea. Because that might have been the issue and this is me just kind of getting into Calvin's defense, because the article does not say whether the balance was paid or
Fair
not.
or not.
Yeah, so I think it was initially paid a deposit of 10,000 dollars. I don't know if it's Australian dollars or US dollars, but it was paid $10,000 for the first show, and I think seven and a half for the second one, which was a deposit, which means that in total it was like 17 and a half. And for the full amount, that should be what, 35,000 dollars in total for both shows.
Mhm.
So that is nowhere near 2.8 million. But it makes sense to ask for 2.8 million when you consider that the guys paid for the flights, they paid for the accommodation, they paid and also like the reputation as well. Because the shows had to be cancelled since Kelvin didn't show up. They had to return people's money. They had to because they had already paid for
Mahanaim.
a lot. They'd already paid for the shows themselves, probably for the venues, the sound definitely, and everything else in between, like the cost that we are not able to see as consumers. So 2.8 million, I feel like kind of makes sense because that's probably how much they were gonna make back, 2.8 million rands.
True, actually. Oh, Maraliena, now you're, oh,
Uh,
Kelvin. Oh,
and it's very
only
chilled.
thing he had to do was arrive and
Like
perform.
literally, all he had to
I,
do was just
I,
drive to the
I,
airport and get on a flight. Everything
that's
was
it.
paid for.
You don't even have to drive yourself. I'm sure he has a driver, guys. He could literally just left his house, get into the van or whatever car he has, put on headphones, drop him off at the airport, take the flight, go, perform, sleep, wake up tomorrow, repeat, come back.
And he wasn't even like
This
traveling with
man
an
these days in his
entourage.
sleep, he knows what to do. It's not like you're
Yeah.
still learning.
Yeah, because it's not like it was driving with an entourage. Because according to the article, it was
He
just
has
him and his
bored me.
manager.
Oh, he has bored me.
Yeah, and like, yeah, it's just a thing, Jay, and it's very, very unnecessary. Like, he shouldn't be in this position.
He really shouldn't. He really, really
Yeah.
shouldn't.
I mean, they shouldn't have. If he wasn't interested in going, it just shouldn't have accepted the booking in the first place.
Yes, I'm heavy on that. I'm heavy on. Shouldn't have done it if you didn't
Yeah,
want to.
yeah. Like, if you don't want to leave the country, because also the guys had to like work on the visa. So I imagine that on things like this, the visa does not go through the regular process when you have to apply for it yourself. But because it's for work, it probably has to be
Mm.
expedited and things like that. So yeah, like it just messed up. It messed things up for himself. And now
Hopefully he will.
I'm questioning whether he'll show up for the third show for the Red Bull uh, symphonic thing.
Let me tell you, bazomlanda kwakhe.
Nah.
If there's one show I'm telling you that Kelvin is going to be there for, is the
Yeah,
Red Bull Symphony. They will go in, if it means they fetch him on the Friday and
and he
tie
sleeps
him
in
in
the
the
venue.
alale khona, ageze khona. They will bring him food there. He's not missing any of the shows. They're going to
Yeah,
make sure. If it means they have
uh,
to fetch him from his house and drag him out of bed,
yeah,
he's not missing all those shows. He might get there in a foul mood, but he's not missing any of those
yeah,
shows. I wonder if he misses them. That's when I'll know what this guy cares about nothing.
yeah. Because
That's when I'll know what.
I'm also questioning like Red Bull's um, faith in Calvin for them to even consider having him for this. I mean, like he's a
But we don't know the
great.
contract they signed. Maybe they said if you dare, your career is over. We don't know.
Yeah, probably. I mean, very likely. Red Bull is not a brand that you want to mess
Exactly.
around with.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. He's going to be there.
Yeah.
He might be hanging, he might be high, whatever, but he's going to be there.
It's gonna be very exciting. I'm looking forward to hearing the stories and seeing whether or
I
not he
don't
shows
even
up.
want to hear anything because they lied to us about those tickets. So it's fine.
Nah. Oh yeah, Gonjo, you were trying to get those tickets and you couldn't get them.
They lied. I was there on that website for both days. There's
Yeah.
no way 10 tickets sold out in 2 seconds. I was there a minute before. I was there 30 seconds before. I was there on the clock. I was there 1 minute after. I was there 10 minutes after, and they said they sold out 10 seconds after. I'm just like, how?
But do you think like the sites like Viagogo have anything to do with it? Like the
I have
third
no idea.
party sites?
Could be.
Yeah, because they could have bought those tickets using bots.
Highly possible because there's no way. Like the amount of people I know were camping on the website. Minutes were seven, but all of us at that time literally had our alarms on. I had an alarm written Kelvin Momo. I stopped working and I was here. Literally, multiple people I know were chilling, waiting. I'm just like, nah, guys, doesn't make sense. Every one of the guys, go bring up, go and chill. You shouldn't have
Yeah.
bothered with the third day as well.
Yeah, but I mean they should have just kept it to the 2 days and kept it
Honestly.
moving. Yeah.
Because already the second day when we were trying to get those tickets, we couldn't.
Yeah.
Then the third day, got fine. So it's like it got to a point where we're like, "All right, guys, it's fine. Like, it's okay." Yes, you're not gonna see me anywhere else with the like a symphony band and whatnot, but Simbona every Monday must Bombona. So
Yeah, I should just sorry.
so sorry. I'll start talking so one day. I'll find him somewhere. Trust me, I will find him somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Z, thank you very much. I don't have anything else to add. Do you have something that you might want to talk about?
No, I'm all good.
You
All
good.
good.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being with us. This is the Oracles. My name is Manelisi. That on my left is the beautiful, the superstar Oracle, Zee Mazibuko. Always here, always brilliant. We're looking forward to seeing you again next week. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Please like, please comment, please share. Please help us grow. Until next week, have a good one. Cheers.
Peace.